My bad. I ain't even had my mic on. It's the microphone feed, and it's the return of the God, peace, God. And ain't nobody fresher. I'm in Mason, Mars and Margella. I'm in tape on the table screaming, fuck the other side. They jealous. We got a bankhead full of broads. They got a table full of fellas. Yeah. I need to learn from other YouTubers how to get motherfucking 200 people in this bitch. Niggas be having mad views, and they just started their YouTube channel. I've been having my YouTube channel for mad years, but I've been talking about straight truth. What up, Jace? So I get it. That's like asking for fucking positive music to be played on the radio. That ain't never gonna happen. So I ain't never gonna have no 200 people up in here. I'm grateful for my 300 subscribers though. That's what I'm grateful for. My subscribers, the ones that I fuck with. Because it's like what Gary Vee said, right? Gary Vee was talking in 2008. And he was talking about how all this online stuff is going to be happening, and all the people that's doing, you know, hard magazine advertisements, they're going to be the ones losing money. Only about 5, 6 people listen to him, and those 5, 6 people are the ones that's actually in charge of shit now today. And the other people that didn't listen, they're selling their companies. So I ain't worried about it. Troy Sinatra. You don't see it in the just click on my profile, you see it right there. And I got music out. I just released a new EP on July 4th, The Order of the Dragon. Go check that out. And I got a whole bunch of content that y'all can watch. You can binge watch all my stuff right here on YouTube. I break everything down for you. This is Reality Magic Stream. This is not the tarot reader. I do the tarot reading without the cards. I don't got time to mislead nobody. I don't got time to manipulate nobody out of no money. I'm a champion to my cause. I'm a champion to my cause, baby, and I'm always gonna be a champion to the children that's been neglected, the children that's been without, the children that had to get told no, the children that had to be manipulated into doing something that they don't want to do, and then they live their life according to somebody else's rules or somebody else's "I told you so," and now you're an adult and you're responsible for your life. But everything that you did before you became an adult, you listened to other people and they didn't lead you the right way. And now it's your responsibility, and nothing can save you and nobody's coming to help you. So you have to bear the gusto of all the shit that you listened to and somebody else told you to live. That's why I champion freedom. I don't champion slavery. I champion change. I don't champion staying the same. Even if I got to change myself every single fucking day. That's how I'm going to get the world to change. Come on my live, show my face, save my lives. So whenever I get off here, one day I'm gonna have 200 people looking at my lives. One day I'm gonna have 100 people in here, 60 something, 30 something people liking my shit. But since I don't got it right now, it's not something that I'm gonna let have any type of power over me. See, I do my own thing. Let people do theirs. I follow the beat of my own drum. I follow the beat of my own heart. And I'm about to start showing people the difference between yesterday's me and today's me. Yeah, I'm gonna keep coming on live, promoting my music, promoting my cause, regardless if I get a subscriber or follower or what. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that because I'm building this from the ground up. Y'all saw I started with nothing. I'm in a motel, got 100 flies to kill every day. I got a million motherfucking roaches running around this motherfucker, and I'm dealing with it, baby. I ain't complaining about shit. So nobody better not ask me how I'm doing. So nobody never did ask me how I'm doing. The only people that can ask me that is my subscribers. If you're not subscribed, you can't ask me nothing. I got all my answers on my page. I don't come on here and tell lies. I tell the truth, even if it kills me. Even if it kills me, it's fine. Even if it kills me, I'm right and I'm strong, no matter what. Even if it kills me, I'm gonna tell the truth. You see, I got the 12 Deceivers Q&A. Ain't nobody asked a question about it. Well, people was asking questions on the video I posted. They was genuinely curious, right? You seen the 12 families, you seen the 13 colonies. The 12 families invited one family in, and it became the 13 colonies. The Bible wasn't written until the printing press was invented. After the printing press was invented, they took Dante's Inferno, his 7 stages of hell, and that's what made people be so fearful of going to hell. And then they had a man named Jesus. They got a cross and they got a book that they printed, and so they used him as a major ritual, and they killed him, bathed in his blood, and that ritual was done by Martians to an earth angel that continued the enslavement of the earth children. I can go deep on that. Hold on. That's why I'm glad I'm respectful to people, man. Show respect. People are genuinely nice. A lot of people are, you know, they're afraid. So it's keeping people from being themselves. And the people that are being themselves, you will find that they're the nicest people. And the people that aren't being themselves and they're being a little bit mean, they, you know, they got some stuff they got to work on. And when that happens, then, you know, but until then, it's just, you got to be grateful for the kind people that you meet, because you're going to meet a lot of unkind people. And there's nothing that you can do to change them, and then nothing that you should do to try. What you should do is expect what you can give. You can give a good day. You can give a heartfelt blessing. You can tell somebody that's having a bad day, and you can sit there and listen to them for 2 hours, talk about their problem. And then when they're done, they feel so fulfilled. They feel so comfortable. They feel so welcome by you, because you sat there and you listened to them. You didn't say anything. You didn't judge them. You didn't do anything but listen, right? And you giving them that shoulder to cry on, that hug, that comfort that they never got from anybody else, that changes somebody's whole life. And just because it changes somebody's life for the good doesn't mean it's not gonna make somebody that sees it want to hate and resent you for that. And I'm not even going to go into and try to explain it. But the way that the world is today, we are the exact repercussions of what happened in the first deception, the 12 deceivers and shit like that. We're the direct we're the direct descendants of that. Feel me? How many families do y'all see in control of things out here? 13 families, 12 families? Well, who you think the ancestors of those families are? Hmm? Why is it one group of people being held under economic strife and economic slavery, and every other group of people is profiting off of that one group of people's suffering? And then y'all want to say it's not, it has nothing to do with the 12 deceivers? The same 12 deceivers are the same 12 families that's in control of everything right now. The same 12. The same 12 families that y'all don't want to believe. That's okay. The people that don't want to believe is the people that's afraid. They're afraid to question God. They're afraid to question what they know because they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. They just scared. They're scared as fuck. And when you're dealing with somebody that's scared, they can take the life from you. That's why Dr. Sebi never went to Africa and told people that they shouldn't be eating meat. Dr. Sebi never went to go to the people in Africa and them people that's slaughtering animals and shit every single day on the street telling them, oh, you're not supposed to be eating this. They'll kill him. That's why I don't go in people's faces. I don't go chasing after people telling them about what I believe and what I know. I let people believe whatever the fuck they want. Just don't fucking come to me trying to convince me of the shit that you believe. Simple as that. Because just like how my head off, or you would want to kill me or hurt me for telling you what you shouldn't do or should believe, I'm liable to do the same fucking thing to you. So don't think just because I'm not coming to push my fucking beliefs onto you or force you to believe what I know, don't think that I'm gonna let you do that shit to me. Because nigga, I hit hard. And I don't give a fuck who hit hard. Nigga, I hit hard. "12 deceivers." Technology got you believing it's the 12 disciples. What the fuck is a disciple anyway? Nigga, fuck a disciple. And motherfuckers is convincing the world that Jesus died for them. All 12 of them motherfuckers. Even Judah. Even Judah's family. Even Judas. His fucking family is still surviving and living off of the word of God. Them is the same people that's coming into the comments talking about, oh, you're lying. Those are the people that's talking about all that bullshit. Trying to keep you on with the same old, same old. They know that shit is a lie, but they banking on you, children that's watching my live. They banking on you not knowing your truth. They banking on somebody like me being quiet. They banking on somebody like me being intimidated by some fat, ugly, stupid motherfuckers that can't do shit to me. But gossip with they faggot ass female mouth, pussy ass mouth. That's all they gonna do is talk shit. None of them ever came to my fucking face and said shit to me. Because they know the truth don't need to be fucking, the truth don't need to worry about being questioned. Nigga, the lies is what worries about being questioned. You telling the truth, I tell the truth all fucking day. It ain't nothing that ain't no part of my story that I gotta move the goalpost. Ain't no part of my story that I gotta switch up and remember what I fucking said, nigga. Because if I fucking said it, I meant it. If I said it, I meant it. Ain't nobody who ever known me ever heard me say some shit that I didn't mean. Niggas been calling me crazy in high school. Niggas been knew I was crazy in fucking junior high school. Niggas been knew I could fight. Niggas been knew they could bleed the same way that I could bleed blood. Man, I still ain't got no views on my live. That's crazy. But that's okay. What do y'all believe? Y'all believe it was 12 disciples or 12 deceivers? I genuinely want to know. That's what the person asked me when I was talking about Jesus and shit. They said, I genuinely want to know. How do you come to that conclusion? How can you not come to that conclusion with the way that the world is going today? If you can count, if you can listen, you can automatically understand and see what I'm talking about. When I say 12 deceivers, they all knew about the Romans wanting to kill Jesus. They all knew that Jesus was a target of the church. They all knew. So if the king, right? Y'all think that today is different than yesterday when somebody gets betrayed for money. Yesterday, Jesus got betrayed for money by all 12 of those people. They had one scapegoat, Judas. They made it look like it was one scapegoat or one person that betrayed them. So that way you don't think that the 12 families, the 13 colonies is actually directly related to the people that betrayed Jesus and this diaspora of the people of the earth. You're the only people going through shit. You might have the leftover, the bottom half, the bottom little piece of the other races that's stuck in your environment to make you believe that it's not you. Just like how they made the world believe that it was just one person. It was all of them, right? You think that it's all of us going through shit. You think that everybody on the earth is going through stuff. You think that white people, black people, Chinese, Asians, you think we're all going through shit. Black people is the only ones going through shit on this planet. Black people is the only ones going through shit on this earth. Why? Because they made you believe that it was just one person that betrayed Jesus. And it's one person that betrayed God. It was all 12 of them. That's why we're the only diaspora in this world that's having the issues that we're having. We're constantly dying for everybody else's sins. We're constantly on the front line for everybody else's civil issue, right? The civil rights movement started with us, but now the civil rights movement is us fighting for everybody else's rights, and we don't have nothing. You still don't believe that it was all 12 of them motherfuckers that betrayed Jesus? You still think that one person betrayed Whitney Houston? You think that it's one person that betrayed Michael Jackson? You think that it's one person that betrayed Prince? Or it was just one person that had to be the fall guy? Like how Trump is the fall guy and everybody hate Trump, but y'all motherfuckers not talking about Congress allowing shit to go on. Y'all don't know that Congress could veto everything the president doing. He would have to put every single thing on executive order, executive order, executive order in order to get anything done if Congress really didn't want him to do what they was actually having him doing. He a scapegoat. That's why I don't got no views. Pussy ass motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth. You pussy motherfuckers want to believe lies. They put definitely had to. I had to vent for a second because the masses believe that Jesus was betrayed by one person, while the few, the proud Marines, we know Jesus was betrayed by all 12 of them and used to control the world today. Free smoke. Y'all not fucking with the question though. I ain't gonna judge nobody. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm fighting against the lies. I'm not fighting against y'all. Granted, I am upset that y'all choose to believe the same shit that has kept us in slavery for this whole time. Y'all can't y'all can't y'all can't fault me for y'all fault. Y'all can't fault me for y'all fault. It's y'all fault. Y'all believe this shit. Nobody forced you to believe it after we was forced to believe it. After we was forced to believe it and we was killed out and they killed all the men and they told the women you gotta hand over all your men. They didn't make them choose between um food stamps and having a man in the house. They said you're gonna take these food stamps and give up your man or everybody dies. And then they started doing the night rides. They deputized the KKK. They deputized the Proud Boys. They deputized the 12 families, the 12 disciples, the 12 deceivers. Why I'm trying to get close to the thing when I got my mic right here. But yeah, I'll break this shit down into a way that you will never understand. That you will always understand, but you would never thought of. People be thinking I'm stupid or something. Motherfuckers will go so long, never say one word to me. Not one fucking word niggas will say to me. And then all of a sudden, motherfuckers is on my dick. And I'm supposed to feel like I'm supposed to be like, oh, hey, you're on my dick now. So cool, what's up? No? Get the fuck off my dick. Get the fuck off my dick. Simple as that. They're trying now to hurry up and tell the truth about the world and what happened before so they can make you understand that you actually did this to yourself by believing their lies. When people like me were dying every day, people like me are dying, putting out music, dying, getting cancer and dying, putting out the truth and getting into interviews and throwing the interview off script just to tell you the truth and then dying, and you're still gonna believe the masses. You're still going to believe the spell that's been told to the masses that it was 12 disciples and only one person betrayed them, when the king knew all those 12 families and gave all 12 of those families land, money, grants, and forever. This is forever. The king, the king didn't give a fuck about Jesus and his 12 motherfucking deceivers. The 12 people that deceived Jesus is like anybody that deceives a fucking King Vaughn today. You see how Lil Durk is in jail? That's Rico. All them niggas is gonna start snitching on him. Quando, Rondo, you see all these niggas that Nipsey hustled. What happened to Nipsey? His own people killed him. You think they didn't pay all that? You think Nipsey didn't make a deal before he died for his family to be well off? You think that nigga didn't make that deal? He's a descendant from Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie is a direct descendant of Jesus. Y'all believe in all of this propaganda, and we're dying so you could keep believing lies. We're out here dying, making music and making the truth and making propaganda to go against the propaganda everybody believing in it. Y'all gonna watch us die. Y'all gonna watch us die one after the other and still believe that bullshit. And then they're gonna come and they're gonna start flushing out the fucking neighborhoods. I told you next year they're gonna start flushing the neighborhoods out. You're gonna think it's gang activity. What? You see how it's only rich and poor. There's no more middle class. There's no more middle class. The only people that's getting apartments and houses now are the people that's coming from Europe. When they came the first time, and it was all those ships and all those boats right after the fucking the Statue of Liberty was here. It was all those Europeans came here, and they were crying and they were talking about how beautiful America is, and that was right after Christopher Columbus discovered, which this a discoverer. The etymology of the word discover is spy. So he was looking for America, not traveling the fucking seas randomly and then stumble upon the city of gold. Are you fuck Atlantis? You don't stumble upon Atlantis unless you watch the movie Atlantis. And then you see the girl talking about the guy, the scientist telling them, hey, this is their crystal. If you take this, they will die. And then the girl, well, we better double the price. You think women are out here? Man, yo, listen, when next year start happening, when next year come, when that ball drop and y'all start hearing bombs go off in y'all neighborhoods, don't call me. Call what's her name? The one that telling y'all gonna be rich when everybody in America going broke right now. Call what's her name? Call what's her name? They telling y'all all this shit in them tarot cards, right? Y'all about to be well off. Y'all about to have millions and billions, right? You're gonna wake up this and you're gonna do that and this is that gonna happen. Call them motherfuckers. Yeah, call them motherfuckers. But you see how some people going and they leaving the country now because people are realizing that they've been lying. Where them niggas at? Where them niggas at that was talking all that shit, biting and sucking my dick? I'm really out here on the front line telling the truth. These motherfuckers out here selling t-shirts and making money. And now they fleeing the country because motherfuckers realizing they've been lying. I'm glad I ain't I'm glad I didn't sell y'all a fucking course. Fuck, I'm so what the fuck we talking about fuck money for? And then these same niggas telling y'all fuck money, these 19 keys ass bitch ass niggas is still taking money from y'all, and he's sitting down with his family eating a banquet full of dinner, and you sitting on the street starving. Nigga, fuck 19 keys and all of them other fucking fake ass motherfuckers. Just so you know, you can see my fucking face. Nigga, we can get this war on tonight. You motherfuckers never killed nobody. You motherfuckers never went to jail for murder. So nobody should be scared of y'all. Y'all taking advice and y'all taking credit and y'all taking motherfucking shit from niggas that got locked up for robbery and fucking lying. They ain't get locked up for killing nobody. Y'all following these fucking bitch ass niggas that get locked up, go to jail and turn bitch. There's real niggas that get locked up and go to jail and they stay down and they stay who they really are because they went in the motherfucker being who they are. So they can't go in that motherfucker and change. These motherfuckers out here ain't going in jail who they are. They going into jail faking and being somebody else. That's why they get fucked in the ass. Because they ain't who they say they are. And free all the niggas in the jail that actually are who they fucking say they are. Y'all the ones that I want the motherfucking earth to start shaking, rattling and roll. I've been saying when the fucking when the zoo and the locks on the zoo start breaking, the locks on the prisons is gonna be breaking too. And then the real niggas gonna get let out of jail. Y'all out here believing motherfuckers that lie and manipulate and get locked up for that. They got all these guns, they got all this rah-rah, and then they get locked up for lying and stealing. You ain't following no real leaders. You ain't following no real warriors and no real gangsters. Don't. Ain't not one gangster in jail for stealing. Not one gangster in jail for lying. But y'all following all these faggot ass niggas that's recently getting locked up for lying. And y'all, oh, the best rapper alive got locked up for lying. Can't even tell the truth. Can't even tell the truth. Get locked up for lying. But y'all believe that they the truth. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be right there with them. Just like when the so-called devil got casted out of heaven, and a third of the angels decided to go with his ass, y'all gonna be just like them niggas. Y'all participating in all this group rituals and this group activity. Y'all gonna get fucked over for guilty by associating yourself with this shit. Keep associating yourself with losers and think you gonna win. Nigga, the shit looked bleak before the fucking battle over. It looked peril before the fucking battle over. This shit don't look when the battle about to be changed, the shit don't look like you winning. Fuck out my face. Then they gonna show shows and movies like this. And motherfuckers still think it's fucking entertainment when they showing you history on TV. They showing you history and how shit happened on TV. And they telling you real life fucking diary entries of how shit happened. Y'all got the book, right? And then y'all watch the movie and y'all know what's written is gonna be different than what's fucking shown on TV. Because what they show on TV, they need to exaggerate that shit for you to think it's entertainment. But they exaggerate that shit for you to stay looking and watching that shit. Because if it was just straight truth, you wouldn't be watching that shit. Who the fuck watches documentaries? Nobody. But you will go watch that Marvel movie talking about the Orishas, right? Thor and Spider-Man and all them Batman. You go down to the Maya fucking museum, you gonna see Batman sitting there in a fucking museum. And then ask them niggas about Batman. You're gonna come back to America and you ain't never gonna watch Batman again. I tell you the truth because this is reality magic. This is reality magic. This ain't no entertainment television. This ain't black entertainment television. This is the truth stream. And the truth will set you free. And the truth, it always hurt me. But that's why I'm accustomed to pain. What did Frankenstein say in the movie Van Helsing? He said, I am accustomed to pain. And he stood there and took that fucking lightning bolt so all them babies could get life. You motherfuckers ain't brave. You motherfuckers is cowards and pussy. I can't wait to get on that stage. I can't wait to get on that stage. I can't wait. I got a motherfucking duty to fulfill. These motherfuckers just coming for money. Don't let me have y'all money. Y'all gonna think Nat Turner just got shitted back out into the world again. Don't let me have enough money to fund a small country. Yeah. And she still had to do it. She the queen. Why do you think Jesus was taken out anyway? Why did it have to happen? Because in order for us to be living how we're living today, I promise you, Jesus had to be crucified. You can't convince, you can't convince a people to do anything for you unless you force them to. Everything that we are doing right now is only force. That's why parents used to beat us for no reason. You don't do your homework, you get beat. They did their homework, though none of them own land. Ain't none of them the president of companies. But they beat our ass to get good grades. They beat our ass to be good citizens and good slaves. They beat our ass to stay in line. They beat our ass every fucking time. They beat our ass. And every time they beat our ass, none of us ever get free. None of us ever learn how to conform to society. We only learn how to be more and more rebel. My father beat me until he realized his beatings weren't working anymore. My father stopped beating me because he kept beating me and it didn't work. It stopped working. I started to realize I was going to get beat regardless because you told me to tell you the truth and you believed people that was lying on me and I got beat anyway. So what's the point of telling the truth? What's the point of being good if I'm going to get beat anyway? You're going to beat me anyway. You're going to shit talk me anyway. You're going to believe them anyway. I live my life like that. You know? I never thought anybody was going to ever come to save me. So I made myself a fucking monster. That's what they wanted me to be, right? Because you damn sure didn't want me to be who you raised me to be. I wasn't allowed to be who I was raised to be. I was forced to be a fucking warrior. But I had to realize I wasn't forced to be something that I'm not. The person that I am today, this was always me. I just kept giving a fuck about other people and their fucking feelings because I care. And then people kept playing on the fact that I care. So I started getting into less fights and more manipulative ass fucking relationships. But at that time, in my mind, I was already broken. I was already dead. I was just waiting for my burial, my funeral, so I could go see my mother and my grandmother and fuck this world and everybody in it. That's how I felt for a long time. And I had to find out the truth. And y'all can't come and think if you're not ready and your mind isn't fully open that you can accept this truth. My channel ain't for the weak. My channel is for the people that's ready to believe that uncomfortable truth, that disturbing truth, the truth that makes you cry, the truth that makes you wanna, the truth that makes you wanna go curl up in a corner and die. That's what my channel is. See the fat motherfucker walking his dog? Let me show you. Been looking for me. He'll never walk his dog anywhere I'm not. He only walk his dog where I am. When I was in the front, he only came to the front. They saw me moving my shit. Now they over here. And all the time I've been getting readings. People telling me, oh, somebody this and somebody that. And I'm not stupid. One thing I'll never be is stupid ever again. That's what my father taught me. You'll never be stupid ever again. And when you get to be an adult, you get to do what you want. And I learned all those lessons. All of them. Every last one the hard way. I watched my friend get hit by a car. I didn't see him get stabbed in the heart, but I put it in my song. Took my friend off of a rope after he killed himself when his love died. And he told me that Friday night. Well, it was the morning. He was driving me to work. And he said, if she dies, I'm going to kill myself. And he looked me in the eye. He looked me straight in my face when he said it. Driving in traffic, Going about 65, 70, he looked me straight in my face. And I believed him, every single word he said. And before that, when we were talking about it, when she was in the hospital and then they didn't know what was wrong, and they found out she had cancer, that's why I tell y'all, it don't matter how many things happen. A good person is always going to be a good person, and a bad person is always going to be a bad person. Because too many things happen in my life for me to still be a good person. And I just do my best because I know there's so much bad. I know there's so much bad. But this is war.